Hey there, folks! Today, we're diving into a fascinating story about Dwayne Johnson, the beloved actor, and his experience with Disney's live-action remake of Moana. Now, this film has had an interesting journey, and I'm excited to break it down for you. So, Moana, the live-action version, opened in July and has made a decent chunk of change worldwide, but here's the twist: it's estimated to lose a whopping $100 million during its theatrical run. That's a pretty big deal, right? Dwayne Johnson, who voiced Maui in the animated films and then took on the role in live-action, has recently opened up about this. He described how the initial reviews were amazing, but then the reception took a turn. And let me tell you, this shift in public opinion must have been a wild ride for him. What's really interesting is Johnson's perspective on the whole thing. He's not just focused on the box office numbers, he's highlighting the cultural impact. You see, Johnson is Samoan on his mother's side, and Moana draws heavily on Polynesian culture. For him, the film's success is about representation and the impact it has on his children and others, allowing them to see themselves on the big screen. That's a powerful message right there. Now, here's where it gets even more intriguing. The critics and audiences seem to be having two completely different experiences with the film. The reviews are mixed, with some calling it underwhelming, while others praise it as captivating family entertainment. And get this, the audience score is a whopping 88% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's a massive gap, and it raises some interesting questions about the disconnect between critics and the general public. Fast forward to 2024, and Moana 2 hits the screens, raking in over $1 billion. That's a huge success. But here's the kicker: the live-action version, released just a couple of years prior, only made a fraction of that. So, what gives? Well, many believe Disney moved too quickly with the remake, especially considering the animated original and its sequel were still fresh in people's minds. Disney's new CEO, Josh D'Amaro, addressed this during an earnings call, acknowledging the box office expectations weren't met. But here's the interesting part: he also highlighted the potential for streaming success on Disney+, building on the original's massive streaming numbers. So, what's next for Moana? Well, an animated Moana 3 is reportedly in the works, but a second live-action outing seems unlikely. In my opinion, this whole situation is a fascinating look at the complexities of the film industry and the impact of representation in media. It's a reminder that box office numbers don't always tell the whole story, and sometimes, the real success lies in the hearts and minds of the audience. So, what do you think? Are you team live-action Moana, or do you prefer the animated original? Let's chat in the comments. Until next time, folks.